Last year, I'd seriously thought about having the little svartpilen professionally painted, or the plastics at least. I'd actually even done a little knock-up of how I'd hoped it would turn out, and been in touch with a local painter. And the only thing that kind of put the kibosh on it was I'd ordered up some spare parts. I was looking into getting blanks. You get on eBay, and in the meantime I'd also ordered up a spare set of these radiator cowls so I could use the original old tatty ones, and it wouldn't matter if I wanted to put the bike back into stock trim. If I was ever to sell it on, I could put everything back the way I wanted it. And I'd thought about maybe having a really posy set of fairings and just a set that I would use that I wasn't so sort of worried about if I was going camping or doing a little trail riding. Didn't have to worry about chips and scuffs. But yeah, these actually took me nearly 10 months. They took 10 months to arrive. I'd actually thought they'd forgotten my order. So it gave me time to go off the idea. Thankfully. Yeah, I went off the idea simply because yeah, I'd done a few little trails and things and seen, this paint's not going to hold up against this kind of thing, grit, and yeah, just the wear and tear. You know, you've got your rack on here which could potentially have stuff tied to it, and that would end up rubbing on the paint, and it would always be at the back of my mind. So I've had a think about it. I've had a look online. I've seen a few people have done wraps, but I don't want to do a full wrap. I'm thinking about doing a wrap that will kind of follow that contour there, and just in, so I want it a little gap between the yellow trim line under here and then another separate pad up here. I've actually had a little look online at desktop wallpapers to get ideas, and I've gone through dozens and dozens of them. I think I found one. I've honed in on one. I might need Ronnie Design Signs and Graphics to tune the colours a little, because this yellow is quite acidic. The one on the wallpaper that I found is quite warm, and although this paint looks metallic black in certain lights, it's almost got a green tint to it. So I think we can tune the colours enough that it's close and then it won't look out of place. So in case you still don't get what I mean, I'm basically looking at this sort of 2/3, 3/4 style that we get on the 790 and dirt bikes. It's standard for them, isn't it? They don't have the whole fairing covered in a wrap or sticker kit. It's just bits and bobs. So it covers all of the areas that you're going to be rubbing as you ride. Okay, so I bought myself some vinyl cutting tape. Never used this before, so I don't know how it's going to go. But basically I'm going to draw my outline with it, and then I'm going to mask it all off, peel the tape through the mask, and be left with a template. There we go. That was quite fiddly. Mainly because you're trying to hold on to this awkwardly shaped fairing as you negotiate curves and try not to crinkle the tape. So now the next thing I have to do is mask all this off. So the plan is to use some sort of decorator's masking tape and just make a few layers in either direction. Use the cutting tape, pull that through, and that'll leave me with the template once I peel it off. And then I'll take that to Ronnie, and he can use that to work out roughly how much of this vinyl wrap I'm going to need, and to flip the design so that it's mirrored on the other side as well. So, as usual, the best laid plans and all that. The tape that I thought I had in the garage has seen better days. It's not peeling properly, and it's not very sticky, so I'm not going to be able to do what I thought I was going to do. But luckily for me, I have still got some vinyl wrap. I've had this for years, bit of carbon effect, and I've got enough to use for my template. Too cold in here today. My garage is freezing, so I borrowed Mrs. 01's hairdryer. Well folks, February I asked for these. It's now June. Finally the vinyls for the svartpilen are back. I'll maybe get the chance to use one of those much later memes. I almost wanted to use one. Right, I'll go and get a space cleared up and then we'll get cutting. This is the design. You're obviously seeing it for the first time. As I explained, it was a desktop wallpaper. The yellow was a much warmer yellow, and I've tuned it a little bit so that it fits in with the yellow and the blacky green on the svartpilen. And he didn't have time to cut them out for me, so I've still got my original templates, which aren't the most accurate obviously, because well, we saw how the vinyl wrap went, it was very brittle. That's how much things have changed. Beautiful day here in the 20s, and it was -2 the day I cut these, if I remember. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roughly lay this one out and put this in position, mark it off with a pen, and then I'm going to use some of that some edging tape that I bought a few months back for another project, and hopefully that will give me something much neater and more accurate to cut around. If the top decals go okay, then that's where I'm going to approach the bigger ones on the side. so happy with the result here. I got that yellow to match up way closer than I thought I could, and that was just done on my phone. A desktop wallpaper that I was happy with, slightly adjusted it. Took it into a sign writer, got them to print it off as a wrap, made my own template, and for 30 quid I am over the moon with the result. Yeah, obviously it's not going to be as perfect as something that's been die cut, but bloody hell, it turned out about 10 times better than I thought I would get it to. So happy with this. And if I can do it, you can do it. So get your backside out your sign writer, come up with your own custom wrap. So happy. What do you think?